Last start he drew the inside draw, he had a wide runner in box 1 and he had box 2 and he just didn't get a chance to race. He'll benefit greatly for that. I think he's got a much better draw here tonight with the greyhounds around him, even though he comes up with box 5, and if he can begin like he did on debut, get his feet on the ground and use that explosive motor, he's going to be hard to beat.
We know how good he is, and obviously the market suggests that as well, but what about outside of him? Is there one at odds that you think can run a good race?
Yeah, I think box number 7, Needful, still a maiden, had 0 luck on both starts, being placed in the heat and semi of this series. Don't like the box draw again tonight. Ruxton Gillen 6 does get up the track, so might not have drawn the best box, but a greyhound that if he doesn't win his maiden tonight, I think he'll be breaking his maiden coming out of this series going forward. So Needful certainly one to put in the black book and watch going forward, but I think Zeus Thunderbolt looks awfully hard to beat here tonight.
Ripping contest this is the second of the Pink Diamond features tonight here at Shepparton. Of course, ripping card ahead of us and probably headlined by the Champion Sprinter Final, which is race number 8, which sees a ripping clash between Transponder and also Matt Locke, and Transponder going for back-to-back. Zeus Thunderbolt, all the rage here. This is the Pink Diamond Maiden Sprinter Final. Let's set up the Dan for the second.
Zeus Thunderbolt at $2.15 for Brad Greeno, looking to make it an early double after he won the first final with Flaming Wheels. And he has Zeus Thunderbolt here as the favourite in the yellow. The green light's on. The Pink Diamond Maiden Sprinter set to run. Ready. And away, beginning well in the centre was Rhiannon's Pride, and it gave a beautiful run to Zeus Thunderbolt, and he goes up to take the lead. Bebop Jazz the rail. Next was Needful from Van Wyck. They get clear on Ruxton Girl. Well back was Grace and Sammy, tailed off Piebald, but it is Zeus Thunderbolt. 4 in front on the swing, trying hard Needful, then Bebop Jazz, but it is Zeus Thunderbolt. Needful's charging, but Zeus Thunderbolt won the final and beat home Needful, who ran out of its skin. Third across the line was Van Wyck, who got home. Rhiannon's Pride knocked up. Bebop Jazz was next from Bruxton Girl, Grace and Sammy. Piebald made it into the pen, but it was tailed off, and the gallop is fast. 25.07 for Zeus Thunderbolts. A double for Brad Greeno.
Well, the expectations surrounding him and the excitement surrounding him as well, Nathan. He's lived up to that. Not as quick as what he went on debut, but still absolutely magnificent here in the final.
Yeah, it was the first section that he wasn't quite as quick as he was on debut, Jay. 6.53, I think he ran 6.45 on debut to the mark. So he had to work and use that speed, but the middle pin box draw wasn't a bad thing, as we indicated. He had a beginner on his inside that wanted to go to the rail, and box 6 Ruxton Girl wanted to stay up the track. So it allowed him to get his feet on the ground, use that high acceleration speed that we did talk about, and he still ran quite a quick time in 25.07. He's an up-and-comer.
And your value play Needful's been absolutely terrific as well. He's been a massive runner-up. I can see Ethan Christian's out on track with Brad Greeno.
This training cape is pretty easy, mate, isn't it?
It's looking that way. I don't really think it is so, mate, to be honest with you, but I've been lucky, I've been blessed, so no, he's put in a good run, mate. Didn't come out the best, but he mustered on, he got it done.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I'm certainly underplaying. It's obviously a very tough caper, but when you've got dogs like that, it does make it a bit easier.
It definitely does, mate. That's 100% sure. Absolutely.
25.07, fairly happy with that time. No, not quite as quick as his debut run, but still pretty good.
To not come out as well as he did on his debut and still run that time, I thought it was an excellent run, yeah, absolutely.
And how did you feel? Obviously, last week didn't come out just as well. How did you feel coming into tonight from box 5? A bit trickier?
Oh, a little bit trickier, but I knew that he'd run straight, and I knew the dog in box 6 had run off, so I thought he might have got a clear run, which he did, which was lucky. But, yeah, no, he just did all the right things, mate, in that sense of pushing through and getting to the lead on the first turn, mate. No, it was brilliant. I was really happy with it.
Absolutely, and as my records indicate, Greg Sprod, own, bred, something along those lines. Fairly good relationship you guys have with him?
Yeah, we do, mate. We're actually, yeah, we're very close to him. You know, he's just been great to us, so I mean, my family's pretty much indebted to them, and, you know, we're a good team. We're a really good team.
I think the relationship goes both ways. I'm sure he really appreciates what you do for them. So well done once again. Go and collect your winner.
Thank you.
Ethan Christian there with Brad Greeno after the win of Zeus Thunderbolt. As we touched on before, Nathan, I mean, pretty faultless, wasn't he? Got it all right, and although he copped that hip and shoulder in his semi-final, absolutely shown he's not scared of the hustle and bustle.
No, he was a complete forgive run. You see box 2 and you think you're going to get a beautiful clean run, but he had that wide runner drawn initially in box 1 last week, Jason. It just knocked the wind out of his sails. He couldn't show his brilliance. Tonight he comes up with box 5, but that wide runner drew initially on his outside, so he was going to hold the outside brigade up for him. There was speed drawn underneath that wanted to go down to the fence. He just had to run straight. And we've seen on debut off box 8 he runs dead straight out of boxes, so he was able to get his feet on the ground, run in a straight line to the corner, use that X factor of